Hello and welcome. Today we have a VOD review on King's Row. This is a scrim match. I've never seen this video before, so I'll be commenting in real time. So let's get into it. Comp-wise, I'm assuming you're going to go for that Sonic arrow and then switch that Hanzo to a second healer. And then are you guys going to keep the triple DPS? Interesting. Triple DPS is totally fine, especially for you guys are on offense, right? On point A of King's Row. So let's see how you start this off. I want to see what your Hanzo switches do first. Probably like a, well, Anna or Zen. Ooh, nice. I love this.
Tracer was theater. Tracer recall.
Good, and she recalled. Nice, you can win this. You can win this.
Can we get this Tracer?
Good.
Nice.
Okay, so
9 HP.
excuse me. Sorry about that. Great. Sonic Arrow was on point. You guys collapsed on her. She used her recall. You punished her. Awesome. Very good play. Now, I see this thing all the time with teams. They'll start off the fight. Excuse me. They'll start off the fight really well. They get a pick, and then they get too excited and they jump in. Someone goes like a few seconds too early. They die, and then guess what? It's a 5v5 again. And then more often than not, they will lose once that happens. So the correct play here is you got this kill. You have plenty of time. Wait maybe 2 or 3 seconds for cooldowns to come back up, people to heal up. Get into position, then you go. Just as an example, Tracer right now, she's at 109 health. Well, actually, she might get some of this back, so let's play this.
Someone's top. Soldier's top.
Oh, no, she didn't get any back. Okay, so, exactly. Tracer needs to get to full health. Ideally, we want Recall to be back soon. So, you know, Recall being at 11 seconds is pretty dangerous, so I'd like her to start fighting when Recall is maybe 3 or 4 seconds away. Ideally, when it's back, but that's probably too long to wait, obviously. So, just, you know, let's just wait another couple seconds. Let people get into position. I would like for this Tracer to go for high ground. If not, at the very least, just go for a flank. Get in here. People can start positioning on this side. So you guys were running, yeah. So Widow would probably position roughly where this Tracer is, on that ledge to the right. So Widow would go there. Tracer goes somewhere in this area, maybe with Genji, and then the rest of the team probably goes through main or hotel. Generally something like that. But again, everyone needs to wait and get in position before you guys start just fighting, because I get the feeling that's what's going to happen. Okay.
Yeah, so just talk. Can we dive?
Yes. Move up.
Hey, you guys are being patient. I like this.
Ready?
This is great. Yes,
Ready?
awesome.
I'm ready, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
I love this. This should turn out well. Oh, Genji. Wait, whoa. What happened to Genji? Actually, where was Genji? Okay. If this was YouTube, I would go back, but my Twitch doesn't work very well for me in China, so I'm not gonna go back. Sorry about that. Darn. That monkey is low.
I want to jump in and out.
Lucio.
I'm not there.
Oh, you messed. I think you messed up that
Lucio down.
link, but nice. Kill.
Okay.
You guys can totally control this. So, oh,
Dude,
okay.
I'm like,
All right, I'm gonna let this play, and mute. Excuse me. That was great. You guys exhibited excellent patience. You killed the Tracer. You waited about a solid 5 seconds, which was a pretty long time. That was more than I would expect. That was excellent, though. Clearly it paid off. You guys, your Winston dove. I think this, if I'm not mistaken, if memory serves, I would go back and check, but again, Twitch. I think your Winston dove this window, zoned off some people. You guys went in together at roughly the same time. I'm not quite sure how Genji died. I'm going to assume that he was zoning people off and put in some work. But again, you guys exhibited patience, and I think it paid off. A worse team would have just immediately, you know, just go. We got to pick. And then, like, people don't have cooldowns yet. People are still healing. You know, like Tracer was at, I think, 109 health. Things like that. So you guys waited for cooldowns to come back. You waited for heals. Awesome. I love it.
on point.
You should have this,
Diva
right?
back.
Okay, so your Winston's
down.
dead. Where's that Widow?
Winston.
Oh, this
No.
is quality, though. Okay, so you guys should have this.
She's running back.
Just, oh, but don't overextend, though. I mean, oh, this is a little bit greedy. Just a little bit. No, now it's starting to get really greedy. Okay. I don't mind cleaning up kills and trying to stagger spawns, but they had a lot of people there to support. Like Lucio was there, Soldier, and some other people. So that was pretty risky. A better team will punish you for that, and then that makes this next phase much harder, because then they can actually block and choke you at defend around this archway here, which is a pretty good defense. So yeah, so better teams will punish you for that kind of overextension. So you got to be careful with stuff like that. It was okay that you kind of tested them, but then once you saw that they had so many forces, reinforcements, you probably should have backed off. All right, so whoa, okay, nope. So I think this Tracer is going for a pulse bomb here. Obviously, you don't want to do that. Hold on to it. This fight is already lost. Unlikely that you turn this fight. There's no reason to keep this fight going. So I would probably just recall and then just bail. Yeah. Okay. In this particular situation, yeah.
Peace out.
Oh, okay, peace out. I got you, babe.
Good, nice, perfect, good, perfect. Yeah, so just fall back. Excellent, perfect. Okay, now...
Target is
Oh, they're getting aggressive. Okay, so now you're just going to match this aggression. Oh, they're... Okay, cool. Just wait for your team. Good. Just wait.
They have no bubble.
Cool. Good. Okay, so now you have space and you have time. Now you want to start looking for... Actually, I like this route you're taking. Although it's a little bit premature on the crouching, I think you have time to just blink and get up on that high ground and get a really nice deep position, deep flank against your opponents. So again, a little bit early. Oh, okay. There was a Tracer there. Okay. Sorry, I'm talking too much, so I'm not listening. So you probably heard some Tracer steps, in which case the crouching was perfect. So excellent.
Soldier, you're still.
Yeah.
Soldier up top on high ground.
Hit this soldier.
Tracer top as well.
Oh, I'm not quite sure why you abandoned the high ground. You could have easily won that. You had support from your team.
And this,
Diva on point. Get her.
Cut him back.
Okay, you guys probably need a wipe again. I'm not a huge fan of that pulse bomb.
Come on, we can win
There's
it.
a
It's
chance you
easily
still
winnable.
lose this fight.
I'm dying.
Well, you guys might bring
Tiny
this back.
diva. And then back.
Oh, but also the transcendence. Oh man, you guys are investing a lot into this fight. So, nah, actually, I think you guys will turn this. And you do have spawn advantage.
Nice.
Darn, I really wish I could go back, but again, we're on Twitch, so I'm not going to do that. Yeah, you guys invested. It sounded. I heard we got the pulse bomb. We had the transcendence. A lot of investments into that. It's really hard to see just based on this perspective. So I'm not going to comment further on that. The one thing I will say is I'm not super happy with all that investments, with all those investments you made. That being said, it obviously did work out. And I have a limited perspective in the sense that I just have Tracer's perspective, so I can't fully comment. So maybe if I had seen the other perspective, then I'd have a different opinion. So we'll let that slide. Cool.
Alright,
I'll take that.
Good. I like this positioning you're going for. Yes, exactly. This is exactly where I want you.
Alright, my dive target's
I would actually like you to go up into that balcony here, like actually like this bridge, but like over here, like that kind of that by that doorway over here, like this spot right here. This spot is actually not bad either though, because you have a nice flanking path to get behind your opponents.
soldier, like 9%.
Oh, but no, this is not where I want you. I don't want them to see you. Probably better if you're backed off, hiding, crouching. Yes, good.
They have Diva, Lucio. They have Diva, Lucio, and
Soldier going high ground with Lucio.
Good call, good call. Nice. Oh, actually, wait a minute.
Hold
Hold
by
on.
yourself in back.
Darn, I'm not quite sure who that was, but I would have liked to see you chase that. Darn, I really wish I could see who that was because the quality's not so great. That I think you could have taken that 1v1 with whoever that was.
And no sleep. And no nade. And no sleep. And no nade.
Oh, that quality though.
I'm stuck.
Okay, time for a disengage. Disengage, disengage, disengage.
Lucio weak.
get out.
Please
Okay.
disengage.
Kill me, please. Thank you. Boom.
Okay, it's fine. What happened there? They might have had ult advantage. But as far as this Tracer's perspective is concerned, I would have really liked to see you chase that person. I wonder if it was a Tracer.
Tracer's one, I'm sad.
Okay, let's go left for the flank.
Cool, nice, nice, nice. Chase her, chase her.
Tracer's over here.
Recall, punish her. You gotta get that kill.
Here with you guys.
Good, nice. Actually, I'm not a big fan of this route that Tracer just took. I would have liked again to see her back where she was last time on this side. Much more effective.
Pressuring point.
I'm right you too. I'm diving high ground with Soldier. Get him.
I can't get him.
Oh,
Lucio
that,
Discord, left side. Top left, top left.
I can't do anything. I'm not on high ground.
Lucio Discord, Lucio Discord, Lucio Discord.
Oh my god.
I'm not. That pulse bomb is not really necessary. You guys had 2 kills and a demech diva up at that point. So that you got to look at your kill feed a little bit more and make sure that you need to use that pulse bomb.
There's no recall. Oh.
Got her.
Nice.
Nice kill, nice kill, nice kill.
Get some heals. Okay, actually, as soon as you got these heals, I wanted you to go back and get that position that Tracer was just at. That general area is pretty good for Tracer. So again, so I'd like you to go back.
Make sure they don't
Oh
get-
darn. Okay.
Okay, they have nano visor. I'm gonna ult for it. Alright, save the
Oh, yo, just jump in.
Oh, that's a pretty good spot too.
I'll just
I'm
say
happy
damage,
with
I'll
this.
disengage.
But oh darn. Okay, that's fine. This is a good spot. I like it.
Blocked,
Get into the back. Okay, ready guys?
Yes, excellent.
And no sleep. And no sleep. And no
Ooh,
nade.
you almost walked into that Ananade.
And down.
Alright. Soldier and
Where is he? Where is he? Nice.
Anna,
He's dead, he's dead. You guys run, take this.
coming out.
One Winston.
It's on you guys.
I'm on point. Oh,
Recall. Whoa. Okay, a little bit greedy on that
What's this
recall. That's a good pulse bomb. You held on to recall for way too long. That was so greedy. Yeah, I think you had like 23 health, so
Tracer
you know,
nano.
somebody could have just sneezed on you.
He's gonna have pulse.
I'm on Lucio though. Lucio, you
I'll be.
Lucio one. Lucio one.
Get behind them. Oh, okay, you're going for. Okay, that's fine.
Nice.
Oh man, this quality is making it hard to read this fight. Cool, you're just brawling right now. This is fine.
Leave it down.
Alright, what's this fight? It's all church. It's all church.
Finish up the kill. As soon as you get this kill, go for a deep flanking position. So somewhere, yeah, like either side, like somewhere over here or over there. Be careful. Don't get too aggressive that like to the point where you're gonna die to like a helix rocket and like some left clicks or something. But enough to where you can poke and be a nuisance and build up that pulse bomb. This pulse bomb is gonna be very critical. If you can get this pulse bomb soon, you can. It's more likely that you're gonna clean up this this next fight more easily. Okay.
Okay, plug
Yes,
left door, plug
good.
left door.
Yeah, this is a good spot. This is a pretty good spot. Generally, right here. I love it.
Lucio?
Nice.
Lucio's like half.
Now we're gonna get that pulse bomb. Now look behind for the pulse bomb. Not the diva. No.
Right side.
Down.
That's a good pulse bomb. Nice. Okay. So I don't like that you saved your pulse bomb when you're on that diva. I'm pretty sure based on the sounds that there was somebody behind you, that people were still trying to come in through that point, and I think you could have got a really sick pulse bomb. That being said, it worked out here. I'm glad that you didn't just waste your pulse bomb on that diva. You saved it for a more priority target, and guess what? The Bastion was there waiting for it, so that's awesome. So again, I would have liked to see you use it on somebody behind you after you charged up that pulse bomb when you were looking at diva. But then you didn't use it on diva, which was excellent, so kudos for that. And then use it on Bastion. Perfect.
Soldier on left.
Put it down.
Anna,
That ult, good. I think you guys got this.
Winston Discord, dead.
Lucio coming
Nice.
nice.
Cool.
Nice job.
All right. Excuse me. Let's talk strengths and weaknesses. So right now, let's see. I'm pretty happy with your positioning. You do a pretty good job of going for flanking paths. Sometimes you don't go deep enough. I'm trying to think of an example. Yeah, like when you were on Streets phase and you were by that small health pack and I wanted you to get high ground, but instead you kind of just stood there. I would have liked to see you get high ground there and look for an opportunity to blink behind your opponents and drop down on them and attack them. Where you were very less effective, and like you kind of it's funny because I think you called Soldier and Lucio going for high ground, and then like I think it was Tracer who was like going away from you on the right, and then forces the opponent's main forces were kind of by payload, and so you were kind of like, oh shit, like where do I go? Whereas if you had gone for high ground like I had suggested, you'd have a very clear goal, which would be to mess up their backline, right? To put pressure on their backline. Instead, you were kind of in a position where you were kind of like, oh, which way do I go? And that being said, I think I wanted you to chase that Tracer. I think it was Tracer to your right. So you're flanking. You're going towards flanking paths, and you do a good job of contesting them. But I want you to try to go deeper into those paths. Don't be afraid to live behind your opponent's space. That will help you a lot. A little greedy on the recall once or twice. Blink usage seems pretty on point. You're not too greedy with them, and you also don't save them too much either. So you have a nice balance there. Wait, does that make sense? So yeah, so you don't use them too often. Basically, what I'm trying to say is you don't use them too often, and you don't not use them often enough. Cool. Let's see. Let's talk pulse bombs. Actually, no, your pulse bomb usage seems pretty on point. I would say you have the right balance also of how often you use pulse bombs. Yeah. I would say right now, I would say the number one priority you need to work on is getting deeper flanks. But to be honest, I feel like your ability usage in general is pretty good. I would say the thing holding you back the most right now is your tracking, which isn't bad. But if you want to, get to that, I think you said you're a Masters player. If you want to get to like GM, I think you're gonna have to up your tracking a little bit. But ability usage, pulse bombs, Blink's very good. Recall needs a little bit of work. You're a little bit too greedy with it. So far, from what I've seen. So
That's one that like Diva will be taking and shit like that.
They have a Widow, Genji.
I like the space that you're in. I like this. You're gonna contest this side of the map. I love it. You have the Sombra thing to work with.
Okay.
No, wait, whoa. Oh, wait, okay. I didn't hear comms because I was talking, but maybe they told you to back off. I would have liked to see you stay there a little bit longer, actually.
Watch out, they're taking
I'm on
faces.
Lucio.
Yeah,
Yep,
going on
yep,
Lucio.
Good.
Speed again.
No,
Tracer's
okay,
on
so
high.
now, okay. So you made a mistake a lot of Tracers do. You had like, okay, so far I want to commend you. Your fighting was pretty good. You matched their pressure. And I think on the comms you were told to back off and you respected the call. I love it. But then you made a mistake. Right now, you had an opportunity to actually keep pushing forward and continue matching that aggression on that side. You still have recall, and you had plenty of time and space to work with to keep matching that pressure. Now you're back here behind your opponents, behind your teammates, and you're not effective here. This is not where Tracer excels. Tracer excels on the flanks of her opponents and deep behind her opponents. Here, this is like as if you were playing a soldier, with really crappy spread, and these her obviously Tracer's pistols don't do much damage at this distance. So this was actually a pretty critical error. So we'll see if you pay for it.
High ground behind.
I'm out of DM.
I need help.
Look for this Lucio.
Lucio, Ryan one.
Winston low. Genji behind.
Can't get
So
to him.
you're doing a
down.
pretty good job of fighting, but again, imagine this fight where you're behind your opponents. More likely that you get a kill on a healer. Maybe you get a different angle on the Winston so that he doesn't get so that it's harder for Diva to DM like two different angles. So if you can think in these terms, you can see why flanking and getting behind your opponents is critical. And again, maybe in this particular situation, you actually don't have an opportunity to get behind your opponents, but at the very least, you're contesting the side and putting pressure with a new angle, right? And that alone is going to help you win more fights. That being said, you guys won this fight. You cleaned it up. You fought well. Awesome. Oops, let's turn this back on.
Stagger.
Alright, he's already in there. What the hell?
Ooh.
He still jumped down.
Oh my god, dude, I'm trying to fucking kill you.
I gotta give it to the Sombra.
Yeah, exactly. I heard that in comms. You have to give that to the Sombra. The more important than the Lucio ult.
What's your ult, Sombra?
So that's actually an error from the Lucio.
Tracer right.
Recall. Oh, okay. So
Get him?
I don't super blame you for that, but I think you were at 12 hit points. Literally a stray like Helix rocket, a random Lucio. Like there's so many things that can just kill you randomly when you greed like that. So far your recall, you're a little bit too greedy with your recalls. Obviously it's nice to give more charge to Sombra, but you dying here is priority number one. Rather, you not dying is priority number one.
Set on point, very low.
So, no, actually, that's fine. No, that's good. That's a good recall.
Tracer and Lucio.
Get away, nice. Okay, no, oh. Okay, so I was just gonna say, what do? Do you use Pulse Bomb or not? Now, a case could be made for using it because you actually could turn the fight. I would have liked to see you hold on to it a little bit longer, see how this fight unfolds. That being said, you know what? No. I think you using it here is fine. There's a good chance actually you get a stick and get like 2 kills. So, no, actually, you know what? Fine. Totally fine. This pulse bomb is okay. I got a little excited there. I was thinking you should have saved it, but pulse bomb is not one of those ultimates you want to, you know, be conservative with. You want to just basically use it as much as possible. And in a situation like this, you have an opportunity to turn the fight. I say you go for it. So, good. So that's a good pulse bomb, even though you missed.
Winston 1.
You're probably just gonna die here. Recall.
Oh no!
Recall.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Not so bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. Definitely. Definitely doing well.
Come on. What the fuck?
You guys are okay.
really
So the
weak.
call's to contest. Oh, I don't know about that sound barrier though. They got their sound barrier, right? Oh, that quality though. Get the flank. I love it. Yes, get the flank. Get the flank. Nice. This is great. Okay, you guys got out the Zen ult. That's cool. You also got sound barrier.
You want me to ult here? I can keep stalling.
No, I would not ultimate. In this case, it's really unlikely this pulse bomb turns the fight because you guys got slaughtered. Instead, what I'd like you to do now, or what I think it's too late at this point, but a few seconds ago, you had an opportunity to actually disengage towards your opponent's spawn. It sounds weird, but it's actually a pretty effective tactic where you can stretch out the offense. We won't talk about that too much today, so I don't want to get into the details of that, but you're probably just going to die here. That's fine.
Okay. And I'll
Don't use...
die.
Good. Excellent. Great. And actually, in that situation, I probably wouldn't recommend that stretching out tactic that I just talked about.
We're down
Yeah.
here. Get
So,
back, get back,
anyways,
get back.
totally
Get
cool.
back, please get
Genji
back.
low, Genji low. Alex, don't get greedy though.
They shouldn't be fighting without Tracer. Your team should not be fighting.
Tracer, I think, big fucking health packs, man.
Okay, good. They backed off. Excellent, excellent. So now it's Tracer. So now what do you do?
I have the bomb.
Oh, actually, they're getting really aggressive. I'd like you to go for a deep right side flank or a deep left side flank.
Okay.
Like now. Like you gotta go like now.
Tracer low, Tracer low.
That's a
Suck
good
Winston.
pulse bomb. That being said, pulse bombs like that, once you start playing better players, they won't let you get really easy head-on pulse bombs like that. They'll be, you know, juking more, and they'll be expecting it, which is why you always want to go for the flanking pulse bombs. If you get pulse bombs from the back, much more likely that you tag people, and then it's going to take longer for them to respond because they weren't expecting that because you caught them off guard. In a situation like this, you hit the pulse bomb head-on, and Winston he saw you coming at him, and then he's like, okay, primal rage, no big deal. Much more likely if you get that pulse bomb from behind him, that he reacts more slowly, and then therefore more likely to die. Or well, actually, Winston is a bad example because pulse bomb doesn't kill him. But you know, let's assume in this scenario he's down, 100 health or something. Yeah.
He's hacked.
Can we go point? Can we go point?
He's really weak.
No mech, even no mech.
He's so
This is a
weak,
little bit
dude.
greedy,
Oh my
actually.
gosh.
I'm in the back.
So there wasn't actually a reason. Actually, and the quality is kind of bad, so I can't tell how much health he had. So I'll just leave it at that.
Yo, I'm in the back. Don't do anything spooky. There's a Tracer behind you guys.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Your team cleaned up the
Did you
fight.
want
Excellent,
it?
excellent, excellent.
Hey, may I?
That's
Did he
big
reback?
health
Did they
pack here.
reback?
Yeah, she got that. I'm gonna go
On the left side, left side, left
I'm
side.
trying to hack, yeah.
Nice, there we go. That's a good boob.
She has ult.
Going for the high ground. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, that Tracer.
Now your team's gonna back off. Now you're gonna hold this general area, and you're gonna contest this area as Tracer. There's a good chance your opponents just let this in, and it depends on how high level of a scrim this is. There's a good chance your opponents don't contest this, and then you get this for free. If they
Stand right here.
do contest it, you probably want to back off. Oh, I wouldn't let them know that you're
Yo,
here,
I'm gonna
actually.
stand right here, and I'm gonna like aggro.
I'm not a big fan of that. You probably, yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
I'll tell you when.
That was really risky, and there's unlikely you get a kill there, so I'm not too happy with that play.
Let's go. Speed again.
EMP?
You missed it.
Okay, you're gonna look for a pulse bomb. A little bit early, in my opinion, on that
fuck?
pulse bomb. I would have waited an extra second or
One's
two
in.
for that pulse bomb.
10-1.
Good recall, good recall. Less greedy, I like it.
Go.
You guys can still win this. Oh, maybe not. 2-4.
9 points.
Side.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like that you went for that play on on Genji, super unlikely at that distance and at that angle that you actually kill him. And then you gave up your flanking route that you were contesting. You gave up the high ground. That fight probably goes better if you're a little bit more patient. Because then you had to use all your blinks to like get back and use that health pack, which, you know, getting the health pack wasn't bad. But we can see again how starting a fight on your side of the battlefield so much less effective than if you were starting off the fight behind your opponents when you can where you can, you know, get zenyatas and then clump them up into a ball and then, you know, just have your way with them, as opposed to, you know, just doing this where you're just kind of going head on. You want to have, you know, forces on this side, your opponent's here, and then you want to be that one person flanking, or ideally with like a Genji too, or whatever, or someone else. Cool. I don't think it was necessary to touch the point that early, but I don't really blame you for that. Actually, I'm not quite sure what happened there. Okay, we'll let that slide.
Coming back.
Just time point, just time point. Al, you're by yourself, dude.
I'm not going to die. Chill.
I mean, still, you're gonna get damage, though.
Winston
Still
low.
have a send. Get ready to jump on the cart.
I need to take
Send's
position.
very low, send's very low, send's very low.
I like this. This is great. This is excellent. Yes.
You guys,
Tracer bomb.
Okay.
Oh, that Zenyatta left click. Okay. Darn. I really wish I could go back to see exactly how high he killed you from. If you had Discord, it would have been 120-ish, or 119, 120. Darn. Okay. I like that you went for the flanking path.
okay, everyone out left except the scouts. Right, okay? Wait.
I'm not quite sure how everyone died so easily.
Alright, go. Let's go. Okay, fucking miss.
Get on that Zen. Excellent. Nice. That's actually one of the first time I've seen you and your Winston combo on a Zen, and you got destroyed there too.
There's a freaking diva in my face. What do you want me to do? It's a waste of me. Yeah! If I beat her, I'm dead!
Chill.
Winston won.
This is dead.
Yeah, that tracer bomb is huge.
Damn.
Good ult.
Okay, I'm gonna have to cut this VOD here. Unfortunately, I don't have more time to work on your VOD. So let's wrap up the commentary. I want to make a quick note about, man, actually, yeah, because I only have this Tracer's perspective, so it's kind of hard to critique the rest of the team. But I feel like I get the sense that the tanks aren't creating enough space, and or they're taking too much damage for free. They're probably not using their line of sights enough. They're probably putting themselves in really bad positions or using cooldowns too early. I'm just getting that sense that your tanks aren't kind of keeping up with their end of the bargain. That's just from what little I can tell with this video. You know, the quality's not so great, and I only have the Tracer's perspective. So I'm just gonna say that about the tanks. Or it could also be that the healers aren't, you know, putting out enough healing to keep the tanks alive. Could be one of those two. Could be both. So we'll just leave that at that. Tracer play. I'm pretty happy with it. Good amount of flanking. Again, I want you to go for deeper flanks. Need you to be way less greedy with your recalls and just be more quick about it. And yeah, and there was moments where you were on their back line, and I would have liked to see your Winston with you and like help bringing down the back line. Like we saw at the end when you killed that Zen with Winston, he went down like, you know, like butter. So that was awesome to see. We need to see more of that coordination. That kind of just felt like maybe a lucky situation that happened, but as a team, you should be planning to get those kinds of engagements. And it's going to be off the back of Tracer getting deep flanks, starting off fights when she's already behind her opponents, and Winston having his being at full health when the fight starts, having leap, or jump pack, and having bubbles, and them coordinating and going at the same time. Easier said than done, but it can be done, and you know, and it just requires structure and practice. It sounds like you guys don't have a mentality for building that structure at all, and it's just kind of like, oh, you know, whatever happens, solo queue style. Okay, blink usage was on point in my opinion. Pulse bomb usage pretty much on point. Pretty happy with it overall. I think there was only one pulse bomb that I didn't like. So we won't harp on that. Recall usage needs work. Again, deeper flanks, go for high grounds. I feel like sometimes you get them too, and you'll abandon that deep flank too easily. Don't be afraid to go deeper. If they're chasing you, get deeper between, deeper towards their spawn or past their spawn, right? Like to point A spawn. Don't be afraid to do stuff like that. There are times when that is extremely effective, and you're gonna stretch out your opponents, or they just leave you alone, and then that's great. If they leave you alone, then you just come back and engage when your team engages, right? That's, again, is going to require, though, that you are on the same page as your front line, and you make sure they know that you're not ready or that you are ready, and they need to be telling you that as well, et cetera, et cetera. So there just needs to be this feedback, this communication. That's pretty much it. I think you need to work on your tracking a little bit if you wanna climb, if you wanna be a higher level tracer. I think you said you're Masters player. For Masters player, your tracking's on point. If you want to hit GM, go for top 500, you're going to have to kick that up just a little bit. So I would recommend just putting more hours into Tracer and just practicing that tracking. Cool. That's pretty much it. Yeah, if you like this video, please subscribe. Thank you.